Hey everyone, welcome to week 6. I wanted to discuss briefly in this video the annotated bibliography, which is your next major writing assignment that's coming up. It's a 2-page essay. It's worth 30 points. I'm going to go through some of the details. I'm going to show you how to access Front Range's databases to get an article, because you're going to have to do, have to find a peer-reviewed research article. So this is a research assignment. What you're going to have to do is choose a topic from the list below. I'll show you that in a moment. And do research on it. Find something you're interested in. It's going to include topics we've already discussed and topics we are about to discuss in the next couple of weeks. The paper is due on October 12th, so you have 2 weeks from today to hand that in at 7 p.m. in a course folder. So what you're going to do is find one peer-reviewed article. It should be an experiment. So remember, experiments show cause and effect. It shows that participants were put into a control group and an experimental group, given different levels of that variable. And what did they find? And they compare the results and they come up with results, right? So you're going to go to the EBSCO database. I'll show you how to find that. An annotated bibliography is simply a summary of a research article. If someone asked you what that article is about, what would you say? Of course, it has to follow APA guidelines. Here's your main parts of your essay. What are the main point or purpose of the research article? Summary of the research information, specific details about the study, the number of participants, specific results, data, statistics, conclusions of the research. Here's your 4 main topics, main chapters. So the brain and nervous system, which we completed, sensation and perception as well. We're doing memory this week and next. I'm also going to add on learning there because that's an interesting subject and students tend to want to go a little bit ahead and look at some of that information. It has to fall under one of these chapters. Here's your rubric. I'm not going to go through the details, but make sure you're looking at the rubric when you're writing your essay. So let's look at our database for a moment. If you go under frontrange.edu, you're going to come up with your main page here. You're going to go into campuses and then go under libraries. And under libraries, depending on whether you're maybe on campus or home, it might look a little different. So scan all the way down to research databases down here. Scan up a little bit. You're going to go onto EBSCO, under psychology and behavioral sciences. And I've been on the site just recently, so I didn't have to sign in. You might have to sign in with your S number and possibly your password to get in, just as you normally would when you use your S number. And it gives you just a search engine here. You're going to plug in words here, again, finding a topic you're interested in. So go into your textbook, go into your course modules on D2L, find different topics that you found most interesting, plug in your search words here. I'm going to suggest that you click on this drop-down box under title, because then what that ensures is that your search words will appear in the title of the article to make sure that that article is about the topic you're interested in. So I'm just going to go to a search that I did before. I did a search on, I'll just backtrack here a second and show you sort of how that will look. I did a search here on classical conditioning. Again, I pressed the search, the drop-down box title here. And then it gave me 85 different articles about this topic. I did a little perusing through them, which you will have to do. Some of these articles aren't going to be experiments. Some of them are going to be like, what are they talking about? But I found an article down here that I just want to show you. Again, you do not have to use this article, but I thought it was interesting. And it's looking at how self-esteem can be conditioned through classical conditioning. You'll always see a thing down here, this little click for PDF full text. Click on that, and that will bring up your article that has all this information. What I suggest doing of any article you might be interested in is read the abstract. It's going to go through some discussion. I do not expect you to read the whole article. A lot of the information in here is very complicated. But if you read the beginning, it's going to talk about the method, the participants, the materials and procedure of how they put this experiment together. So if this is something you're interested in, you can certainly use this. But again, you want to go back into your search engine and just keep plugging in different words until, again, you find the article. Remember, when you do research, finding the research takes a lot of time. Don't underestimate that time. Writing the paper might be easier than actually finding an article you're most interested in. And lastly, let's remember, we find the article on the assignment sheet under D2L, under writing assignments, and then under right here, where you can click on here. And also remember that they're samples. So you can go ahead and look at a sample of an annotated bibliography. That's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, not due until October 12th. And I look forward to reading your papers. Thanks, everyone.